And today is a beautiful day, and we all can learn something new. We can teach someone the path of life. After all, we all have choices. Make the right decisions. Never let this stop you. No one can put you down.
Teamwork left the dream work. Know what you want, go ahead and achieve it. Teamwork left the dream work. Stay ahead with your best and never leave it. Teamwork left the dream work. Know what you want, go ahead and achieve it. Teamwork left the dream work. Stay ahead with your best and never leave it. Youth get together then. Pull your resources and make things better then. Certain opportunities you not go get again. Make good use of 1 year, no more time, no live again. Conscious minds, and that we need and we have the leader, Everyone on the same page will make it easier. Do the maths and proceed, Fire. Teamwork let the dream work. Know what you want, go ahead and achieve it. Teamwork let the dream work. Stay ahead with your best and never leave it. Teamwork let the dream work. Know what you want, go ahead and achieve it. Teamwork let the dream work. Stay ahead with your best and never leave it. Get the children a lot more support. Encourage every youth to go to school, east, west, north and south. A good word of advice will not quit every doubt. Every youth stand a chance if they're serious about the world is out there waiting for you to do your best, only if you really give it a try. It's out there waiting, ready to accept no limit beyond the sky. Teamwork let the dream work. Know what you want, go ahead and achieve it. Teamwork let the dream work. Stay ahead with your best and never leave it. Teamwork let the dream work. Know what you want, go ahead and achieve it. Teamwork let the dream work. Stay ahead with your best and never leave it. Some say gun, some say nice, but a school me say. Some say war, some say fight, golden rules me say. A house that divided by itself shall fall. And remember, in any situation you find yourself, and you must die if you call. I don't wanna be on the wrong side when God bless the lightning ball. And remember, unity is strength. To get up and stand up tall. Teamwork let the dream work. Know what you want, go ahead and achieve it. Teamwork let the dream work. Stay ahead with your best and never leave it. Teamwork let the dream work. Know what you want, go ahead and achieve it. Teamwork let the dream work. Stay ahead with your best and never leave it.
You ever wonder what it's like to live in the jungle? Lion, tigers, and bears, snakes, and scorpions. Can you take this shit serious? Serious as it is. When it's fuck, how you feel? Better get it how you live. When killers retaliate every enemy possible. Surviving lives on a hard pill to swallow. God bless the child that can hold his own. That means taking care of your family till your kids are grown. If loyalty is royalty, some of us broke as fuck. Blood thicker than water, but still, who can you trust? They say that you to blame, ran your name in the mud. You a soldier, you was trained, you was ready for war. The president smoking, fucking bitches in the White House. Stomping in the Air Force Ones until the lights out. King of high yourself, they say you dangerous and woke. They know we greedy for these beats, so they say we creep slow.
Whoa, is the new sleep. Shallow is the new deep. Cheeks every news week. Silence is the new speech. Cool like a fan, but on the other hand, I'm a nympho. So I like to fuck what they saying. Fuck an ab and a pan. They both kicking the can. Two homeless motherfuckers that ain't took back they land. Ain't no need to take a seat, want you to overly stand. Listen up and pour a cup while I rock like a band. Fuck a cheap bill. in a trap. I like feeling the vibe. Man, tucking on that pride and see it's just a divide. But you fuck with white girls and you push genocide. And Jennifer, the only one you call for a ride. I was fucking with that shit, but now my feelings have died. And all my women spoil like my package expired. My discernment like a tooth with the feeling inside. Cause I'm here to tell the truth. Fuck what you feeling inside, nigga.
This that prolific, spiritual individual. Grab your bitches, they follow him everywhere he go. My oracle, the shit I'm kicking like Sub-Zero. Most niggas playing it simple, we keep shit popping like teenage pimples. Y'all niggas lack credentials, overlapping most uniques with meditation, elevation, fundamentals. It's official, like a ref with a whistle. I won't pick up my dribble, she look me in the eyes, open up the eyes to say, play monkey in the middle. The woman's my favorite riddle, high charisma in my temple. She get real experimental with her mouth on my pistol. Guess my lap is her pillow. She have fun giving me brain. That's real fundamentals. Give me some. Get you one. I'm a chosen one to overcome any spiritual war. I know I already won. Plus my high vibration surpassing all you bums, nigga.
A lot of times we think that the way to get what we want when we're compromising is by persuading the other person to think how we think. And that's not the way to do it, because ultimately that puts one person on defense and one person attacking the other person. And you tell me, we all watch law shows and Law and Order, everything. Are the prosecutor and the defense ever on the same team?
No, ever.
They ain't working together. They ain't trying to figure out a great solution together. They're trying to defend their point and drive home whatever they're trying to drive home. So if y'all are attacking each other, y'all ain't gonna never find a solution because you play on separate teams. So you gotta come together and say, forget about who's right or who's wrong. Let's focus on finding a solution that we both feel comfortable with. A lot of times we think that the way to get what we want when we're compromising is by persuading the other person to think how we think. And that's not the way to do it, because ultimately that puts one person on defense and one person attacking the other person. And you tell me, we all watch law shows and Law and Order, everything. Are the prosecutor and the defense ever on the same team?
No, ever.
They ain't working together. They ain't trying to figure out a great solution together. They're trying to defend their point and drive home whatever they're trying to drive home. So if y'all are attacking each other, y'all ain't gonna never find a solution because you play on separate teams. So you gotta come together and say, forget about who's right or who's wrong. Let's focus on finding a solution that we both feel comfortable with.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Hope everybody's having a lovely, lovely evening. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of The Ships, you guys. The Ships. We are on episode number 14. Yay! So we're excited about that. And as you can see, it's about collaboration. So we're going to talk about collaborative relationships today. And speaking about collabing, let me go ahead and introduce my co-host. Let's welcome to the stage, Kelly.
Ooh, hi,
Hey. How you doing this evening?
Trying to collaborate.
Hey. Okay. I'm not mad at you. We're going to go and get on into it. As you notice, we did play that video twice because, we wanted y'all to hear what he was saying about collaboration. And we're going to go ahead and get into that. So, Kelly, what do you think collaboration is? Let's go ahead and start.
Collabing is when two or more persons get together to complete a common goal or a common mission.
Okay. You hit it right on the nose there. Collaborative relationship, a partnership between people or groups that work together to achieve a common goal.
Ooh.
You was right on point, girl. You was right on point. Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this wonderful, wonderful conversation about collaborative relationship. And our title is From Cooperation to Collaboration, Transforming How We Work together. That's our title.
This is serious, y'all.
This is. So we are going to go ahead and get into collaborative relationships and the key to success in a connected world. I'm going to let you, Kelly, do you want to go ahead and speak on that first?
I will take it.
Okay.
So now, in today's interconnected world, the ability to sustain collaborative relationships is essential. Remember, we said this is serious, y'all, for both personal and professional success. So whether in the workplace, in an educational setting, or in communities, the ability to work effectively with others toward a common goal is a crucial skill. So collaborative relationships foster innovation, strength, problem-solving capabilities, and enhances individual growth. Now, one thing they also can do is create an environment where diverse perspectives are valued and collective intelligence can thrive. So y'all know what that means.
Right. And you guys, look, I've got to put this up. This is the key to success in a connected world that we're talking about. And we just went over that, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is vital because this shows how we can stay connected in today's world.
Mm-hmm.
And collaboration is very rare nowadays because it's the me world. Is what I'm doing, is what I'm me doing instead of we. So I think when we go through this, we really need to focus on how we're going to develop these. What are the things that we're going to take from this to help us develop collaborative relationships?
But before we move on, one of the things that I did want to talk about is when it says that this is a diverse perspective. This is where diverse perspectives are valued, and collective intelligence can thrive. Sorry, y'all. That's kind of where we got to really hone in on, because we're not the same. She's going to have a different ideal. I'm going to have a different ideal. But joining those ideals together can get us further. In these days and times, everybody want to do it alone. And I mean, did your mom make you alone, or did she collaborate with your daddy? You know what I mean? So
that's a different type of relationship. For sure.
But what did it? But
it is a collaborative relationship. So you right on point.
And it brought life to this world, a great life. So that's all I'm saying. Sometimes collabing with somebody, you can foster a great ideal. So keep that in mind as we go through this, guys.
All right. So the next point that we're going to discuss is the essence of collaborative relationships. I always get these words that get me tongue tied, y'all, but okay. Excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and discuss that. At the heart of any collaborative relationship lies mutual respect, trust, and shared goals. Collaboration involves the open exchange of ideals, which we were talking about, resources, responsibility amongst individuals or groups, with the aim of achieving a common objective. Unlike more competitive or hierarchical
interactions.
Excuse me. I'm going to get some water. Excuse me. Where individuals seek to assert dominance or control, collaboration encourages an atmosphere of cooperation or co-creation. I be getting all the C's, okay? It leverages the strengths and talents of each participant, allowing for greater outcomes that any one person could achieve alone. Trust, okay, is the foundation of any successful collaborative relationship. What did that say?
It said trust. You gotta have trust
in any successful. Right. So without trust, individuals may hesitate to share ideals, take risks, or work together openly. Effective communication, there's our word again, is also critical in this process, as it ensures that everyone is in line in the efforts and that conflicts can be managed constructively. Open communication channels allow for the exchange of different viewpoints.
Say that again.
Open communication channels allow for the exchange of different viewpoints, promoting creativity and innovation.
So let's wait. Let's kind of linger here for a second, because I think that living in the world, like I said, that we live in, most of the time we look at things as it's just me and us. We're afraid to trust people nowadays with everything that's going on the media, all these platforms. It's hard to trust because people will show up and show out, show they tell, and you don't want to work with them. But the thing about it is where do we go when we should be collaborating? Where's the communication at? If you're not feeling something, why not talk to your partner and say, hey, I liked your ideal, but could we also incorporate this?
Right.
Like where is that at? Because sometimes I'm seeing out here just in the world in general where somebody won't like your viewpoint. They won't even listen to you because they don't like your viewpoint.
It's like, we ain't even taking that into consideration.
Here's the funny thing though. They got to come back and use it anyway. So that's crazy. So like, y'all, we want to collaborate. Collaborate is how we get further, and especially in our community. We need to collaborate so that we can get further. The more that we can collaborate with each other, the more that we grow, the more that we build, the more that we can foster relationships with one another where we can trust. Because I might need your ideal, you may need my ideal, and then we can develop something better. So getting into what the benefits of collaboration are. You want to get into what the benefits of collaboration?
Girl. So let's get into the benefits of collaboration.
So some of the benefits of collaboration. So one of the key benefits of collaborative relationships is the opportunity for innovation. So this is what I was speaking for. You get a great idea that comes out of that. So when individuals from diverse backgrounds with different expertise and perspectives come together, they bring fresh new ideals to the table. This diversity leads to creative problem solving as multiple viewpoints are considered and integrated into a solution, or it might not have emerged from an individual effort. Okay. So it's not just one person sometimes. I understand we can't do this alone. I'm not saying that you can't, but it's easier to do it with someone. So moreover, the collaboration promotes learning and personal development. Through working together, individuals are exposed to new ways of thinking, different skill sets, alternative problem-solving approaches. This interaction often leads to acquisitions of new knowledge and the refinement of exiting skills. Whether in a professional setting or community project, collaboration efforts provide opportunities for individuals to stretch beyond their usual boundaries and foster personal and professional growth.
Yes.
So kind of how do you feel about that?
I think that's very, very important because like we said, we don't think alike. But when you are diverse, you get other people's views, how they handle something, and especially culturally. I don't have a problem. I know most people, hey, those that you can think what you want to think. I'm very diverse. And I have learned I have friends that were Hispanic. So I've learned how to make homemade tortillas, tamales. You know what I'm saying? It made me just really intrigued about things like that. And I feel like it helped me develop me more.
Yeah.
And I became more versatile at it, so I definitely could see how, how that plays a big part in collaboration.
And it does. The other significant advantages for collaboration is the ability to build strong, more resilient teams. Okay. When individuals collaborate, they develop a sense of belonging, sharing purpose, which boosts morale and encouragement, commitment to the group's success. A team that collaborates effectively can navigate challenges more adequately as they combine their collective strengths to overcome obstacles. Yeah. So 2 heads are better than one, y'all.
Facts.
So just look out for that. Look for find your tribe, as we say. Find the people that you allow in, people that can actually help you out. Like in these areas, you want someone that you can collaborate with. But here's the one thing, because I know sometimes we can be in certain situations that make us a little headstrong and we want to take over. But this is where that open communication has to come in, where you can say, hey, I'm feeling this way. There shouldn't be no feelings involved when you're collabing if you're really true to the one mission that you guys are trying to get to a common goal. So put your feelings aside and go for the main goal. What happens is when you shoot for the main goal, everybody eats. But when you take a piece of that, first of all, can't nobody develop it like you. So if one person leaves that group, you're kind of missing the whole piece that you don't even know what you're missing, because nobody can develop that ideal like this person may be able to. So just kind of keep that in mind as we talk about that. Okay.
Right. So let's go on and discuss challenges. See, I keep getting all the C's. You see that? Challenge in collaborative relationships. Because we know there's definitely going to be challenges. Despite its many benefits, collaboration is not without its challenges. One common obstacle is the difficulty in balancing individual goals with group objectives, as you just said. Individuals may have personal ambitions or ideals that can conflict with the collective vision. We're going to talk about this, leading to tension. In these cases, it is essential to establish clear communication and foster a sense of alignment around the shared goals. Active listening, empathy, compromise are key to overcoming such hurdles. So the power dynamics can also complicate collaboration. I had to laugh at that. Power, love, respect. Okay, anyway. In settings where this is perceived imbalance of power or authority, some individuals may feel hesitant to contribute fully. Leaders in collaborative environments must ensure that they create an inclusive atmosphere where every voice is heard and valued, encouraging active participation and creating space of diversions, contributions can negate the effects of unequal power dynamics. Lastly, we're going to talk about this too. Collaboration can sometimes be time consuming. Ain't that the truth? Because you got to coordinate schedules, align on decisions, and maintaining clear communication all require time and effort. However, the long-term benefits of collaboration build stronger relationships, enhance creativity, and improve problem solving, often weigh these initial challenges. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because I'm a boss at the job. So I really had to learn, because I had people on my team that was real aggressive and spoke up all the time, like to answer the question. I had the person that was just like in the middle. They participate in the one once in a while. And then I had the person that was just quiet. So the challenge was more the person that was quiet, because I didn't want that person to feel uncomfortable. So I had to learn to adapt a way to include them. And how I did that is I would ask them what their ideal was outside of the group, so that they didn't feel uncomfortable. And then I say, okay, I would like for you to speak on this. So then it wasn't like I was calling them out. And so that approach worked so well when I'm in a leadership position, because it was like I would have a private conversation with them, and I was like, what's your idea? What's your thoughts? And I was like, okay, I want you to present this or demonstrate this to the rest of the team. And that way it didn't show like they weren't participating or didn't feel left out. So I really learned that skill with being in a leadership position. Definitely. Because you definitely have your challenges. Because I had the one girl that talked That was the challenge. It's the middle person is pretty cool because they gonna be like, you know, you calling them, they gonna speak up when they. Then you have the over talker.
One that knows everything.
Girl, if you don't calm down, and this and that and this and that, and you be like, wait a minute, wait, calm down, and then the whole team's looking like, okay, girl, calm down. D used to be that girl, so I'm
I
very.
was the middle person. I can say I was the middle. I only spoke when I needed to.
As y'all can see, because I like to talk, hence my platform. But I love to talk, so I had to learn to allow others to really talk and learn to listen and communicate. That communication involved me listening and being quiet. Like we said last week, we got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
You're right. And you know what? Just to kind of add on to what you're
Excuse
saying,
me.
to give the hurdle of collaborative relationships, right? Because when I got my supervisor position at the job as well, I worked for a lady that when you talk about collaboration and stealing ideals, she had every single last hook there. And she was over me. And so she gave me the team to manage. And I was doing kind of like how you were, speaking to the team, talking to the team, but she would go behind my back, steal my ideals. And here's the thing about stealing somebody's ideal, that if this person came up with the ideal, guarantee you can't complete it like they will because it was their ideal. She would take my ideals, tear them down to the ground, and try to have me looking crazy. She wouldn't communicate. And when she was communicating, she was gaslighting me most of the time. So needless to say, I left that position because, one, yes, I enjoyed the money, but ain't no money worth my health and my mental stability.
Right.
So I had to leave that position. But it was one of them things where I was scared to talk around her, not because this is your job, so you can't go around boxing everybody, right, y'all? But I would have wiped her face across that screen, though. That's where I was at. But back to the point is that
allegedly,
no.
Yes,
but yes, allegedly, I'm playing. But it's just one of those things where it was like you have somebody trying to overpower the whole group when it was like, we're 2 women, we can work together. You know what I mean? She shares her ideals, I share my ideals, and we could move forward. And had we, with her brain and my brain, we really could have done a lot of good things at the job. But needless to say, she got demoted. Because that's what happens when someone tries to take over and get the glory out of everything that you guys are putting together, that person may not get where they want to be. And they may have to start from ground zero with everything, because it's better to collaborate with someone that can have a different ideal. So maybe you may get the well-rounded view of what you're trying to obtain because you have this person's view and your view. And so you kind of round that out. So
I like your examples. I like how we give our examples of our personal life.
Collaboration. This is my boo, y'all. This is my boo. We be collabing.
So let's go on and talk about. Go ahead.
The roles of technology in facilitating collaboration. Y'all ready?
Here we go.
We're gonna get into this. So in recent years, advances in technology have significantly transformed the way that people collaborate. So y'all know, y'all be on Facebook.
After 2020 especially.
You know. So digital tools such as project managing platforms, communication apps, and collaborative software allow individuals and teams to work together seamlessly, regardless of physical location, which that is amazing because now you can do everything at home or from wherever you're at. You know, technology, these technologies break down the geographic barriers, making it easier for global teams to collaborate in real time. So, hey, y'all, if y'all not hitting somebody up, what is the problem? Okay, because you should be collaborating with these people. Okay, so for instance, say you take Zoom. You know what I mean? There's also one called Slack and Trello that enable remote teams to communicate and manage projects effectively. Now, these platforms facilitate real-time communication. Hold on, y'all. Guess what? We on StreamYard. Y'all get to watch us all over the world. You know what I mean? So file sharing and task coordination allows teams to work collaboratively, even when spread across different time zones. Like I said, y'all watching us? So the rise of virtual collaboration has opened up new possibilities for international partnerships, cross-discipline plenary projects, further underscoring and the importance of building strong collaborative relationships in a digital world.
Yes. I love this because everything, as we know, like I said, while you were speaking, 2020 changed the whole world, where we had to really learn to step into technology more. And like I said, being in a leadership position, a manager, I was in Vegas and my employees were in Georgia, where I am here now. They were in St. Louis. They were in Chicago. They were in New York. So they were all over from West Coast to East Coast. And so it was like, I used to be so amazed. Like, I'm still amazed at that, because even when I talk to people, well, now I'm here, but even when I used to talk to you, she would forget.
I'll be calling her so early in the morning, y'all. She'd be like, "You got to be crazy." 3-hour difference. She didn't call at 5
because
o'clock
I
in the
lived in
morning.
Vegas. I'd be like, "Hello, you forgot." I get it now, and my body's still trying to adjust to that. I can still, like, that's why I'd be up. I was already a late owl. Now I'm really a late owl, but I am really impressed. And with these different technologies, I know we use Teams. That's what we use when in the workplace. And you could, that even I seen that upgrade from 2020 to now. Like, they started having the avatars and different sound effects. I was like, this has transformed so much. And like you said, this digital collaboration is, because you can overseas.
Yep.
And I think even with 2020 happening, it did connect a lot of families this way. Because I know we were having a lot of FaceTime calls. You know, I'm an Android user, but we still worked it out.
It don't matter because you use Google Duo.
Yes, facts, or social media platform. Yes. Even now, my grandchildren, I have to call them on social media platform because I love to see them because I have an Android. But I'm Android game all the way. Anyway, that's a side note. But yes, I think that 2020 really put a different turn on this and made it where, you know, we have to embrace and collaborate digitally. So that's definitely something. So on this part, we want to, it's not actually the conclusion, but we're going to just wrap these points that we had. So let me go through the points again when we do that. So we talked about the key to success in a connected world, the essence of collaborative relationships, benefits of collaboration, challenges in collaborative relationships, the role of technology in facilitating collaboration. So with those things in mind, we're going to remember that collaborative relationships are essential to success in today's interconnected, fast-paced world. They bring together the strengths and perspectives of diverse individuals, fostering innovation, enhance problem-solving capabilities, and supporting personal growth. Although collaboration can present challenges, such as balancing individual and group objectives, these can be overcome with trust, open communication, there's our word again, and a commitment to shared goals. As technology continues to evolve, because it's continuing to evolve, you see even on StreamYard, y'all, even though they're charging us more, but they try to add extra features. But anyway, as technology continues to evolve, collaboration will only become more crucial. It's only going to be more crucial. Those who can build and maintain strong collaborative relationships will not only thrive in their personal and professional lives, but also contribute meaningful to the success of the teams, organizations, and communities which they belong. Ultimately, collaboration is the key to unlocking the full potential of collective intelligence, and it's through working together that we can achieve the greatest successes. What you got to say?
Repeat that working together part. Because for some reason, like people forget that we need each other.
Man.
Like despite of what we go through, I know that life gives us challenges that would make us mistrust. But a part of the process is putting yourself out there and guard your heart. That's the only thing that, if I may offer, guard your heart when we're doing these things, or when you're collabing. Like, pay attention to how people are moving, pay attention to how people are moving with other people, get to experience other people. You'll know who your team players are.
Exactly. And also I want to say, before we go on about building healthy collaborations, because this is going to be something that I'm really want to be established, because healthy collaborations are hard to build, especially in this world. Because if it's something negative, you're going to get everybody to jump on and to collaborate on that. And it's just like so disheartening, because it's like, and on social media, even on this Red app, you see the people that gather together in the chats, and then they have 200, 300. One that if they scratch in and collaborate to talk about somebody and do this and that, you'll see that chat so full and people hitting the like button and all that. We're going to talk about how we're going to build healthy collaborations. That's what we're about to talk about. Let me see.
Because the thing about the healthy collaborations is that you get further in what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because healthy collaboration requires intentional effort. It requires trust and clear communication again, y'all. So when you are in these collaborative relationships, even though it can be challenging to talk to somebody, talk. Like communication solves a lot of problems. When you fail to communicate, there's the breakdown in pretty much everything. Once the communication's gone, I'm not really sure how you can really collaborate or even get your point across. You know what I mean? So whether it's in a professional or educational or personal setting, fostering collaborative relationships that thrive involves several key principles. So here's a guide that we're going to go through that's going to show you how to build and sustain collaborative relationships. Okay.
Yes. Because we really want to hone in on this. We're offering these things to you guys so that you can have healthy collaboration. So the first ones, I'm going to have you go ahead and say that to Kelly.
Oh yeah, I got you.
The first one.
Y'all watch how this collaboration goes, because this is it. So we're going to establish clear goals and expectations, right? So when you're collabing with somebody, one of the first things to getting that relationship going or collabing is a strong foundation. Begins with clearly defining the shared objective and the individual's role. So you want to talk to each other. Hey, what part you got? What part you need me to have? Here's the thing. Can y'all follow through? Stop saying you're going to take something and then you don't do it, or you drop the ball. And if you are, just say, hey, I can't do this, or hey, my time. Communicate that. Okay.
Facts.
So where everyone understands the purpose of the collaboration and how their contributions may fit into the overall goal. It creates alignment and direction. So make sure that you want to outline your shared goals, individual roles and responsibilities, timelines, and deadlines. So when you're looking at that shared goal, just make sure you ensure that everyone agrees on the purpose and the expectations of the outcome of the collaboration. Okay. Now, individual roles and responsibilities, please make sure that you clearly define who is responsible for what to avoid communication and overlapping. And then thirdly is your time and your deadlines. Set realistic expectations around timelines to keep the project on track.
Man, those are very, very, very good tips on building healthy, especially communication, because we're going to go ahead and, it always lands on me, the talker, about
she communicates.
So foster open and honest communication. How can we do that when we are having a collaboration? Communication is the backbone
of everything. Of
a successful collaboration. The backbone, y'all. You know that bone in the back.
Snatch your
that
back
connects
out. What you gonna
everything.
do?
And so encourage frequent, transparent conversations with all participants. Feel comfortable sharing their ideals, opinions, and concerns. So, what is going to be your key strategies for this open communication? Active listening,
Mm-hmm.
regular check-ins.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if we got anything else. Oh, constructive feedback.
That's where we get. Go ahead, because I gotta say something about that. I'll let her finish.
Let me start with the active listening.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure everyone has a chance to speak and feel heard. Listening actively shows respect and helps build trust. Okay, I got to stop on this one because, excuse me, giving a person a chance to speak and feel heard. This is really hard for some people to do. You're over talking, or you don't feel heard because the person's over talking you so much and doing it. You like
Transformers. And they transform on you and then they leave.
Right. So active listening shows respect and it helps build trust, because when you're listening, it's not about talking. As I say, we have one mouth and two ears. I'm just saying.
Can I ask a question though? On
Yes,
this point
you sure
here?
can.
Because if you over talking, how you even getting to understand what somebody's saying?
I don't know.
You remember when we was watching Bad Girls Club the other day?
The baddies.
The baddies.
They had us watching the baddies up in here.
Oh my
little.
goodness. Now listen, I'm not saying nothing about the show, but what I will say is that they argue a lot.
Argue and fight.
And well, yeah, fighting. But they argue so much that you cannot hear or get the point of what nobody's saying because they just yelling. Ain't nobody listening to nothing. Ain't nobody. You can't. It gave me such a headache watching it. I don't know if it's 'cause I'm old or whatever.
We looked at each other like, no.
I said, what they say?
I said, we putting on some slow meditative music in this. I said, no, we're getting that energy out of here right now.
What she say? But it's to the active listening. Like, not, here's the thing. You can have great disagreements, right? Where you can say your point, somebody can say their point, but when you're just over talking, this person's talking, how are you able to take in the information? How are you even able to process the information? Because once you get on 10, you ain't listening. You ain't taking nothing in. I don't even know how you can stay on track. Then you just keep repeating your point like 25 times. And then we're here talking about your point for 25 more times. Like, come on, y'all. Like, so listening and being engaged, not what they say, listen. So that you,
Linda, no,
listen, Linda, so that you can understand.
So, with the regular check-ins, so this is when you're doing group things or group goals or group collaboration. I think this is very, very important. You have these regular meetings to review the progress, to discuss any challenges. So if you need to adjust something, it gets adjusted. When you have a lack of this, things are you be like, girl, I thought you had your part, or dude, I thought you had your part, and all that. And if you didn't communicate that or have these regular check-ins, then that's where it's going to be challenging. Okay, she want to talk about this constructive feedback.
No,
we're going to foster an environment where feedback is shared respectfully and is focused on improvement rather than criticism. Go ahead.
Because I'm going to say that I'm guilty of this. I have children. So if any of y'all got children, you probably fell into this situation before too. And it's not that I didn't foster an environment where I could give feedback, but I know as a parent, we get into that mode where do what I say. And we don't really give our children a chance to say, well, hey, mom, what about this? Or we don't give them the opportunity to speak. So we're not really giving them at that time, the time that they need to really be able to take in what it is that they need to do. I try to stay away from criticizing. I do mention the points that they have areas of opportunity where they can work on, but constructive feedback is something that's very critical, because you know that you can get into it with someone and say, oh, you know what, you did this wrong and you did this wrong, you did this wrong. Well, where does that leave your relationship? Because I can almost guarantee you, I'm new to this YouTube stuff, but some of the things that I have ran into on this YouTube streets, boy, it is horrific. Because I just hear people yelling and talking, and nobody's constructive feedback is saying, hey, I see that this is going on. Is this something that you may need help with? Is this an area of opportunity that you could work on? Hey, I see that this may be happening. Is this something that you need to work? Like, there are ways that you can tell somebody respectfully that, hey, this doesn't really sit well, and then give your points of why it doesn't sit well. I mean, be open with that, but do it in a respectable manner in which it can be received. What I know most of our parents says, treat people how you want to be treated. Yes, that's where that falls.
And I think that we both learned from blended healing and the constructive feedback by saying, and I still have to correct myself, may I offer and can I give a suggestion? Because when you're giving constructive feedback, you're gonna be like, you're so stupid, you need to shut the fuck up, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna turn the person automatically off. So when you're giving constructive feedback, you want to use words, can I offer, can I make a suggestion? You know, I noticed that you were over talking a little bit too much, you know, and you weren't allowing people to do and say what they needed to say. Or I noticed that you got angry. You know what I'm saying? You're offering that to them. So I think shout out to Blended Healing for definitely giving us that tool to use.
Yes.
So let's go on to number 3.
Building trust and mutual respect. How do we do that? How do you build trust and mutual respect? Well, a trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, including collaborative efforts. To cultivate trust, you got to be reliable, acknowledge expertise, be open to different perspectives. So this is how come on now, like, it can't just be your way, because if it was, then you just be by yourself. You know what I mean? So one of the things is being reliable is consistently following through on communication to demonstrate dependability. Can I depend on you? Communicate with me. Hey, I got it. I'm doing it.
Right.
Okay. Acknowledge expertise too. Value and recognize the strengths of each other and what you bring to this collaborative space. You know what I mean? What is it that this person really brings to the table that's a strength for the group? Like, everybody is different, and this is what is so beneficial about collaboration, because I don't know everything, and I could tell you right now, I'm not trying to know everything, and I'm telling you right now again that at this time in my life, I'm not looking to have it. They say a rich person looks for the people that know how to do the job. So what I'm going to look for is, I don't know everything, so I'm going to find this person that knows how to do this. I'm going to find this person that knows how to do this, and this person that knows how to do this. And I guarantee you, once we're done collaborating, I will probably get to know everything that these people know how to do, because we collaborated. But I didn't have to hold that piece. They had it. Right. And I'm going to celebrate them. Hey, you had a great idea. I love that idea. Let's use it and build off of that. And this person may be able to build off of that as well. So acknowledging the expertise goes a long way. Now, be open to different perspectives as well. Show respect for different opinions and create space for a productive debate. Hold on, let me go back. Reverse.
That's our sound effect.
Show respect in differing opinions and create a space for productive debates, which often lead to better solutions. So here's the thing. When we talk about getting together and collaborating, we want to lead to a better solution. So when you're giving what you would consider criticism, please don't criticize without having a better solution or having the option to have a solution, because complaining about someone without having a solution just kind of seems like you picking at that point. So please be mindful when you are collabing, the ways to communicate to get your point across. Because if we're collabing, we in this as a team. We locking it down as a team. We heading this as a team. I want both of us to succeed. It's not just about me. Half the time I take me out of it and I make sure that I'm for the common goal, because I know at the end I will be blessed with whatever comes forth from that.
Right. And I know, here at the Love Palace, especially with the Q&A, we always I think we have very good productive debates, because we all don't agree. Like when we had the relationships about unconditional love. We had so many different views of that, but it was good to hear that, and it was a productive debate. So, y'all come through the Love Palace, because that's what we do. And we're going to have a Q&A after this too as well. Let's go.
So please join us.
So let's go to step number 4. We're almost done. Encourage diversity and inclusivity.
Yes.
So, diverse teams often produce more creative and innovative results due to a wide range of perspective and skills to foster inclusivity. So, here's the things. Welcome diverse viewpoints, promote equity, and create psychological safety.
Ooh, wait, y'all heard that right?
So when you work on diverse viewpoints, make sure team members feel empowered to contribute their own unique perspectives. When you promote equity, you ensure that every collaborator, every single person has equal access to the resources and decision-making opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
To create psychological safety, cultivate an environment where the individuals feel safe. They feel safe taking risks. They feel safe asking questions, and they feel safe when they even make a mistake because they have a fear of not being judged. Man. So we encourage this. This is what we encourage: diversity and inclusivity. I think, like they said, making sure everyone has access. I know that was a pet peeve of mine in the corporate world. You don't give me the access I need. I can't get this email. I can't get this paperwork. I can't get, I used to be like, can you give me the access, please? Yep. So I know when I collaborate, even I've done things, because I want to talk about the network at the end, where we had to do things and we made it easy for people to get a hold of things. So make sure we are building our collaboration with step number 4 as well. So we are going to go on to number 5,
which is going to be.
Well, we got 10, y'all. Okay, let me see. Oh, I don't know. We're going to have to go through the. Okay, let's go.
So developing. So we're going to develop a conflict resolution strategy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So these are things that we really got to work out. So conflicts are natural. Y'all, like, come on now. Everybody's not going to see eye to eye. They're going in collaborative settings, but how they're managed is crucial for maintaining a healthy relationship. When conflicts arise, it's important to, number one, address things early, focus on the problem and not the person, and seek compromise. Okay, so addressing the problem early is don't let disagreements just fester. If y'all don't agree, say something about it. Address the concerns directly, constructively, as soon as they arise. Don't wait. Oh, I didn't like this. Come forth.
What you did 5 months ago.
Right. So come in and say something about that in a constructive way. Focus on the problem and not the person. Encourage the problem-solving mindset that focuses on resolution. Foster an environment where you can focus on the resolution rather than the actual assigning the blame to that person. Okay.
You don't have to rush, cousin, because we good.
Okay.
We good.
I got you. Look at that collaboration. Hey, y'all like that. And seek compromise, y'all. Be willing to find the middle ground and ensure that all parties feel their needs are being considered. So that's kind of a huge one.
Yes, it is.
Because some people be like, nope, I just see this is my way of doing it, and that's how I think it should go. But what if we can say, hey, we can use a little bit of your ways and a little bit of their ways to get to where we need to go? So I think looking at that compromise is something that you got to do in daily life. Don't just be selfish.
Right. Because if you're being selfish, you're not collaborative.
Yeah.
And as that clip said earlier, if you worried about you, it's going to be you and just be you over here. Most successful businesses, most successful relationships are through collaboration.
Mhm.
So we're going to go to step number 6, moving right along. Share ownership and celebrate successes.
Hey,
Hey.
we do this all the time, huh?
Healthy collaborations requires a sense of shared ownership. When all parties feel equally invested, they are more likely to stay engaged and committed to the process. To promote shared ownership, what's the things that they can do?
What we gonna do?
Distribute leadership and celebrate milestones.
Yes.
So, rotate leadership roles if necessary. Have people do different tasks, or I had to do this when I was working, or phases of the project to allow everyone to contribute meaningfully. So let me give it. I always got a story. So we would have sort of what I do here on social media. Um, on Thursday, we have where you can do like something inspirational for the team. So I would rotate that to each individual. So whatever it could be something that they did at home or something that they read or watched, and they would have to present it to the team. This really helped because it made them have a sense of leadership because they were doing the presentation, they were presenting, they would take the do the Q&A and take the lead and all that. And I could see how that was really meaningful for a lot of people because it was like, oh, it's just not this one person all the time doing this, all the time doing this. Mm-hmm. I made sure everybody had a chance to be a leader. And also celebrating achievements and milestones, acknowledging them, both small and large ones. This definitely helps keep up the morale, especially if you are in the business professional. Mm-hmm. This is very, very important to acknowledge the large and the small things. Mm-hmm. You definitely want to do that because that makes the person feel good. The simple thing of saying thank you. I like to give people little cards, or we had incentives where they could get points to get things. I would give out points. And I would remember their birthdays or something special, anniversaries, yep. And really celebrate those. So absolutely. Keep those in mind.
That's good, and that's nice to remember too, because like y'all know I always bring it back to my children, is we do celebrate the small successes that happen, because with children you kind of have to take it one step at a time because True. They improve a little bit, mm-hmm. So, and sometimes they may improve exponentially where they just take leaps and bounds. I have children that are kind of all over the scale, where I got one kid taking leaps and bounds, I got one kid that's inching it, I got one kid that's putting forth the effort, and in this I have to acknowledge their small wins, mm-hmm. and whatever that looks like, where I may take them out for ice cream, or I may take them out or do a mommy child date with them where it's just us together. I know that they love that when they get me individually. So I do little things just to let them know that, hey, I noticed what you did, and keep doing that, because that's what we want to see. And Absolutely. It fosters that trust and that comfortability to see you, and just to see them light up, you see them grow from that. Right. So that's absolutely wonderful.
And it is. So let's go to number 7. And we talked about this a little bit. So go ahead.
Yeah, using technology to facilitate collaborations. Now, we done already talked about, we're on StreamYard here, and y'all watching us from wherever in the world, you're able to connect in with us. Mm-hmm. So leverage collaboration tools and platforms to streamline your communication and project management is a great tool. You know, so depending on the nature of your collaboration tools, like I said, Slack, Microsoft Teams, Google Drive, or project management software like Asana and Trello can enhance organizations and coordination of these tools. So what do these tools enhance? It improves your communication. It can track your progress, which I really love, because sometimes, back in the day we had to take notes.
Right. Facts.
Facilitate document sharing, again, taking notes. So, I mean, being that they've housed this all into these are some of the features in some of this technology, improving your communication, it helps keep track of everyone it puts everybody on the same page, especially if teams are distributed across the country, you know what I mean? Or if you're in different locations, tracking progress Collaborative softwares allows for transparent tracking of tasks, completion, and deadlines. And it's helping everyone stay accountable for the parts that they will play in the collaboration. Now, facilitating document sharing, well, you know how we can send files. Y'all have the music coming through. Y'all have poems or y'all sharing poems. The network has something coming up soon here where we did all of the facilitating and sharing, whether it's documents or music, all over the internet. So that's another great way because it helps you collaborate in real time.
Facts. I love this. Okay, we wrapping it up. So number 8, encourage flexibility and adaptability. So successful collaborations are dynamic, requiring flexibility from everybody involved. Circumstances and goals may evolve over time. So it's important to stay adaptable and embrace change. So being adaptable, you're willing to adjust roles, strategies, timelines when it's necessary to accommodate new insights or challenges. And then embrace the change. Encourage people in the team to view change as an opportunity for growth and innovation rather than it's a setback. Okay? Definitely can resonate with this. Like you said, I talk about the network, and we really had to, when they came out with that song, it was like, at the beginning, I'm going to say it was rough because I'm low-key a perfectionist, and they know I like things a certain way. So it was a little bit different, but I had to learn to be adaptable to everybody because it was different time zones and so forth. And then also encourage each other. Okay, hey, who has this done? What are we going to do next? And we sort of encouraged each other. And then when one person was sort of falling behind, another team person would come and actually help them. So be encouraging and flexible and adaptable, guys.
And if I may offer one thing that I like to say, instead of just targeting what someone is doing wrong, I always come in and say area of opportunity. Because area of opportunity kind of takes away from just placing the blame on somebody, but area of opportunity actually offers, hey, this is an area that you could work on, but it doesn't say you need to be doing this or you need to be doing that. I would approach and say, hey, you know what? I think an area of opportunity for you to work on could be, doesn't that sound better than your stuff is trash?
That shit was whack.
You know,
it's garbage.
So that's
right.
If I could offer that to you guys, if you don't know how to communicate when someone's doing wrong, to say, hey, you know what? I think this is an area of opportunity that you could work on.
Facts.
It just doesn't straight point the finger at someone and says what you should be or what you're not doing. It just gives them room to kind of breathe a little bit where they can hear you instead of just hearing just the problem.
That is true. So let's go on to number 9.
Balancing individuals and group goals. So healthy collaboration balance the need and goals of the group with individual aspirations. It's important there are 2 main things here, which are acknowledging a person's contribution and maintaining a shared focus. So what does it look like when we're acknowledging somebody's personal contributions? Well, you want to ensure that that individual's efforts are recognized and that the participant feels valued for their specific input. Okay, you want to tell them, hey, I seen this is where you were trying to go with this. I heard you. Even if you don't use that ideal, it's still okay to acknowledge that, hey, I did hear what you said. You know what I mean? And that does sound good. And then maintain that shared focus. Keep the group's collective goal in the forefront while allowing flexibility for personal growth within the collaboration, which means that this is what our goal is. This is what we're going for. We're going to reach these type of people. We want to make sure that we're helping. So any idea that comes forth, whether it comes from you, whether it comes from me, whether it comes from somebody else, that we're all lending into the shared vision of what we're trying to accomplish.
Facts. So, this is good stuff. So we are now at number 10. Evaluate and reflect on the collaboration. So Periodically, reflection helps maintain the health of collaborative relationships and ensures continuous improvement. After completing major projects or phases, we need to take time to do a couple of things. Reflect, as you just said, on the success and challenges that we had. Gather feedback from everybody and implement the things that you learned. So when you reflect on these challenges, you're going to say, what worked well? What didn't work well? Where can we improve on? Man, I'm telling you, I used these skills when I was a boss. I had to do this. I was a boss. I'm still a boss. Anyway, I gather feedback. You gather feedback from everybody. Make sure that everyone has the opportunity to share their thoughts on how the collaboration worked and how they feel it functioned or how it worked, like I said. Implement lessons learned. So use the feedback to make adjustments for when you have future projects or collaborations or things to do. So those are the 10 steps of building collaboration. What do you think about that?
We should collab a little more with some more people who's out there to
We're gonna have a collaboration after this.
And y'all know the network is a collaboration, so y'all should just go ahead and hop on the network and see what it is that you can network. You know what I mean? That it's not called the network for no reason.
Facts.
You get there, it's for collaboration. It's for us to bring our ideals there and share them with the world. I mean, what are we waiting for? The longer that we're waiting, don't let somebody else take your ideal, because you know what they say. The biggest, brightest place that has the most talented people, guess where they at? You know where they at?
Where they at?
In the graveyard. They in the graveyard, y'all. They in the graveyard. They took their dream down with them. So if you have an opportunity to shed light on something, if you have the opportunity to collab with somebody, get your ideals out there. Learn how to manage yourselves and others to where you guys can collaborate effectively.
So when you're building these healthy collaborations with these steps that we offered to you guys, it requires clear communication. There's our word again. Mutual respect and a commitment to have shared success. By fostering an environment which has trust, inclusivity, and adaptability, teams and individuals can work together more effectively, creating innovative solution and achieving greater outcomes when they would more than what they would alone. That's true. Collaboration is a powerful tool when approached thoughtfully, leading not only to the success of the project, but also to the growth of the individuals involved.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that's
ain't it that each one teach one?
Man,
that's kind of what it's like. Like, here's the thing, like I said, I don't know everything. And at this time, what I've learned reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, there's a plethora of books that I read right now. And the main thing that they talk about in this book is collaboration. You want to find the people that have the information and know that information, and y'all come together and build this thing. So just keep that in mind, that we need each other, whether we want to say it or not, or we too busy fighting back and forth over gender wars and who's doing this and who's doing that, and we just losing out on collaborating with one another. When I think if we really do collaborate with people and we let our guard down and we trust and have trust in people, that we can build better relationships. And then once you accomplish a common goal together, you can see, oh, okay, you are a good person, and you never know what developed from those type of relationships. You might gain someone, a friend, a husband or a wife or a life partner. You never know what could happen out of just a collaboration.
Excuse me.
Healthy collaboration.
A healthy collaboration. Facts. So, as you know, we're going to be here at the Love Palace. Y'all come join us. See our area. Look, we got a little bar back there. We don't want you to drink too much, but if you got your little drink, get your drink out. And I want to focus on collaboration as women, collaboration as men, and I really want to hone in to our community, because I think we do need to focus on that, because there is a lack of healthy, let me say that, collaboration. How can we use these skills that we talked about here today, right now, to help us as women, men, and family, but in our community, in our culture. That's what I want to talk about. So, as you guys always know, I'm going to talk about the network over there because, I hope some of them hit the platform. As you always know, I am sponsored by the network. We're More Than Media, and it's a wonderful story of how the network came into what it's doing now, and we're continuing to grow. So, before I leave, I got to leave y'all with a nice little word. Go ahead and listen to this.
Great relationships don't require sacrifice. They require collaboration. Now let me explain. Think of the word sacrifice. It's like an ending, a killing off, right? And unfortunately in relationships, this is a killing off of parts of who we are. It's a killing off of a hobby, an interest, a like, a desire, a big dream, a big goal for what we believe to be the sanctity and health of the relationship. You can hear how that sounds, right? So this is why it's important to see relationships as a collaboration, right? It's two people coming together in partnership to collaborate on how to support each other fully, not kill off part of you, not kill off something you want or kill off a like or desire routine, whatever it is, but to actually help you embrace that more fully, to help you live more authentically and more own your truth. Right? This is my needs, my wants. Those are your needs and your wants. Now, how can we support each other in fulfilling those own needs, wants, and desires?
Okay, y'all. Let me get this out of our face. So once again, we want to thank you for coming to episode 14. Collaborative relationships. Please come back. We went a little over, and that's fine. Probably going to start the Q&A around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Y'all come on back, please. Yeah. We want to talk to y'all.
Exactly.
Y'all light us up every time, and I love it. The questions that's asked, the comments that are in the chat, like, it is an ever-growing relationship between y'all and us, and we love it because we are trying to build into y'all and want you to build into us. So please come on back, 8:30, right here at the Love Palace.
Right. So we are going to close today with... Let me get us set up, Kelly. Y'all, you keep talking while I'm getting us set up.
I better see y'all. Y'all better not just be watching this. You better come on back now and let us see you. Let us hear you. We want to know your thoughts. It's important. What each and every individual has to say is important and can lend into everything that we're trying to build. So y'all, let's collaborate.
Okay. Y'all, give me 1 second. Okay, guys, so we will see you at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to conclude with a song from the late, y'all, Frankie Beverly and Mays. Because you know what, y'all, we are one. Y'all remember that. We are one. See you real soon.
Can't understand why we treat each other in this way. Taking up time with the silly, silly games we play. We've got our love, and no matter how it's said or done, oh, we are one. got so much. We could all be having so much fun. Oh, we are one. From the very start, we were deep down in your heart, we were. And that's the way it is. Taking up time with the silly, silly games we play. We've got our love, and no matter how it's said or done, you can't get away. That's the way